So let's react to this interesting TikTok clip. I think you guys are gonna like it.
So Shauna, tell everybody how we've been together for 6 years. Hold on, 6 years. I cook, I clean for you, and all of that. And I'm not good enough to have your babies.
It's crazy because like I told you when we started this, I said I ain't want no kids, right? Didn't I say that though?
Okay, you told me that, but it's been 6 years. You could have changed your mind.
That's the thing. Like I don't just make up things like I said it like me. You know me. I don't want kids, and I don't want to be your baby father. I don't want to get married. You know me. Like I just want to do what we doing. We good. Why you want to mess that up?
Because I want kids. What you mean?
That's
We
crazy.
so you love me, right?
I do. Yeah.
Then you
know
asked
that.
me to stay.
Right.
You asked me to stay, but now what? I'm supposed to stay and not have no kids, not have no ring?
I mean, it's crazy because like I asked you to stay and you chose to stay.
That's because I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, so why can't I have your babies then?
I don't want kids. I'm not ready. I'm not financially ready.
Why aren't you ready?
I mean, let's think about it. Like, what comes with having a kid? Like, having a kid comes with bills for that kid. If they get sick, we gotta pay for that. If anything goes wrong with the kid, we have to take care of that. Are we ready for that financially? Are you ready?
I mean, shoot, you buying jewelry, cars, clothes, buying sections in the club, but you don't have no money to buy diapers? So, Sean, tell everybody.
Interesting clip. I think there's a good amount to talk about. Cover the Diddy thing. I try not to talk too much about celebrities. So here's my initial take. I'm gonna break it down. Women always say that men lie to them. That you don't get you don't see the type of man he is at the beginning. Now, I'm not saying that that's not true. But I don't think it's as I don't think it happens as much as women say it is. Say it happens. I honestly believe, although maybe men say certain things, but who they are, it's always upfront. I honestly believe a lot of men are just what you see is what you get with a lot of men. Let's break it down so I could maybe explain it a little bit more.
How we've been together for 6 years. Hold on, 6 years. I cook, I clean for you, and all of that. And I'm not good enough to have your babies.
It's crazy.
That's the thing. Women think that no man forces a woman to stay with them. I don't think so. I mean, you have the right to leave. She chose to be with him for 6 years because she loves him. She loves him. You allow things to happen in your life. You allow it. Here's a woman that stayed with this man for 6 years. Her choice. Because she wants to be with this man.
Crazy because like I told you when we started this, I said I ain't want no kids, right? Didn't I say that though?
Okay, you told me that, but it's been 6 years. You could have changed your mind.
That's the thing. What goes back to what I just said. How I honestly believe most men, I'm not saying all men, I think most men, you already see it. Men maybe not tell you bluntly, oh, they like to be with other, whatever it is. But men will show you who they are at the beginning, at least early on. I honestly believe what's the true the true thing is that a lot of women want men to change. So let's say this. A woman sees this man in a club, no less, in the club, dancing on women. She knows he's a player. She knows he's a player. She knows he's smooth. She knows he's charming. She sees that he's good looking. So she knows he's a player. Unless women are idiots, which, you can say that. She knows what type of man he is. She knows what type of man he is. She right there has said what I believe most to all women do. She, like most women, hope the men will change. So let's say this. She chooses a thug. She chooses a player. She chooses a bad boy. She chooses the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the Chads, the Tyrones, right? She hopes those men will change. I don't think men necessarily lie to you. Or maybe they are, but I don't think women are stupid enough to believe every freaking lie men say. I mean, maybe some are, but I think women are not as stupid as they claim to be. They can see it through a lot of lies. They can see that this man, oh, he's a player. He's a bad boy. He's likely to cheat. But what do the women do? Women ignore red flags. They will ignore these red flags, or they will ignore their standards, their rules, or their bar. They will ignore those things and be with this man, want to get with this man, hoping this man will change. Here's a woman that said it. She said it. She was with this man for 6 years. He was upfront with her. He said he didn't want children. She knew that. She agreed to be with him, hoping that he will change eventually. This happens, I honestly believe, if not all women, majority of women. They get with men hoping that men will change. You already see that this boy's a player, this boy's a thug, this boy is like a criminal, this boy is like whatever. He's toxic, he's terrible. But you're attracted to him. You want this man to change. Instead of getting with the man that you see. Accepting and loving the man that you see. This is who he is. Accept it. Here's the thing that proves it more. Women synonymously get with men on potential. Not because, oh, he's an engineer already, or he's like, he has a job 9 to 5. He's working and he's building himself already. No, they get with a man. Let's say he's like, work at McDonald's, but he hopes to be a rapper. Oh, I want to get with this man because, I see that he might reach being a rapper. What? Getting with men on potential, women have failed on that. It shows you that women just hope. They live on hopium. Okay? They hope men will change. Either a man's life, his personality, his goals, his dreams, his wants. They hope things will change to fit what women want. And that's the thing. Women are attracted to terrible men, hoping that these terrible men will change.
That's the thing. Like I don't just make up things like, oh, I say what I mean. You know me. I don't want kids, and I don't want to be your baby father. I don't want to get married. You know me. Like I just want to do what we doing. We good. Why you want to mess that up?
Because I want kids. What you mean?
You want kids, yet you knew that you got with a man that didn't want kids. Would I blame the man? He was upfront with her. She knew who he was. She knew what type of man he was. And that's the thing. That's why I do not have sympathy or empathy for women when it comes to dating. When it comes to men and women dynamic, I do not have sympathy or empathy because women choose it. Here's a woman that wants marriage and children. What did she do? She chose a man that didn't want neither. She wasted 6 years. This is the thing. 6 years of her youth. Men love pretty women. Men love youthful women. So what does the next man get? If, say, for hypothetically like this ends. Now she's older, used up, more jaded, more trauma-filled, higher walls for the next man to deal with. That's amazing. That's what men love, right? To deal with traumatic older women. Men love that. This is the thing. And she did it. She did it to herself. She wasted 6 years on a man that wouldn't give her kid, that didn't want kids or marriage, even though she wanted it. She wasted her youth on a man. He didn't waste it. He didn't waste it. She wasted it. And I think that's the majority of women.
Women, so you love me, right?
I do, yeah.
Did you ask me to stay?
Right.
You asked me to stay, but now what? I'm supposed to stay and not have no kids, not have no ring?
He asked you. He didn't force you to stay. He loves you, obviously. So he asked you if you can stay. You choose to. That's the thing, right? It is free will. You chose to stay.
I mean, it's crazy because, like, I asked you to stay and you chose to stay.
That's because I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, so why can't I have your babies then?
I don't want kids. I'm not.
And that's the thing. You want, honestly, I'm not saying that this man is a terrible man, but this man, already his mindset, listening to him and seeing his mindset, which I will mention a little bit at the end, he won't be a good father. He won't, because he doesn't want to be a father. That's off the bat already. Men that don't want to be fathers, they won't be good fathers. So here's the thing. Here's the insanity of women. You want to have a child to a man that most likely, I'm seeing it, won't be a good father. And I think most women do this. I see the red flags already. A man that don't want to have kids, you want to have kids by that man. Do you expect that man to be a good father?
Ready. I'm not financially ready.
Why aren't you ready?
I mean, let's think about it.
Financially ready. It's not like he financially can't. Remember that.
Like, what comes with having a kid? Like, having a kid comes with bills for that kid. If they get sick, we gotta pay for that. If anything goes wrong with the kid, we have to take care of that. Are we ready for that financially? Are you ready?
I mean, shoot, you buying jewelry, cars, clothes, buying sections in the club, but you don't have...
That's what I want to talk about, right? Financially ready is different than financially capable. He wants to be selfish, which is all the power to him. Plenty of women do, right? So here's a man. And I say this man is upstanding. Because he's upfront. He knows the responsibilities that comes with having a child. He doesn't want to take it. All the respect to this kind of man. She should treasure him, but she wants kids, so she shouldn't be with him. He knows that he wants to spend his money on his own happiness. And I totally agree. This man is not irresponsible. She is. He wants to spend his money on himself, enjoying life. That's great. That's awesome. But he also knows that it will take away, if he has a child, he will have to change. He has to be financially responsible. So, he doesn't want to. This man is an amazing man already, in this respect, right? So, this is, like I said, financially ready. He doesn't want, he's not in a place where, you know what? He doesn't want to sacrifice his happiness for his children's happiness. That's reasonable. So he doesn't want to have kids because he knows that he would have to at this point in his life. She ignores it. She doesn't care. That's the thing, right? This man, which I think most men are, financially intelligent, financially smart. They don't want to. They know that the level of responsibility is high. So they know that if you're not ready for it, they don't want to go at it. She don't care. She not planning for the future. She wants the here and now. She wants to get married. She wants to have kids to the man she wants. But she never thinks about anything else. He is a man that thinks about, okay, once we have kids, we can't enjoy life like that. And yes, that's logical. She's an idiot. Here's a woman that you are on, and you can't even see it. You are on a path of divorce and single motherhood. Imagine this, right? Here's a man that don't want to be a father, doesn't even want to marry, but now he's going to be pushed into it. What's the outcome of that? What's the outcome of that? He, in my opinion, right now, he'll most likely be a bad father, neglectful, because he will regret it. He will regret it. So he will probably be, a bad father. Marriage will most likely lead to divorce because he will be unhappy. I always see the failure of it. And yet women ignore that stuff. It is right in your face and women ignore it. And then you wonder why shit fails. You wonder why so many baby mamas. Because you ignore red flags. You choose men, you're attracted to men that don't fit. Right? They don't fit your, your narrative or your path in life. They don't fit it because this man is enjoying life. He doesn't want to have kids. He doesn't want to marry. He just wants to enjoy life. He doesn't fit your ideal because, again, here's a man that he's at least responsible. He knows marriage and children is a high level of responsibility. He doesn't want to have it. He doesn't want to, go do that. All the respect to this kind of man. Mad respect to this man. And yet women like that ignore it and they choose. And when I say terrible men, I'm not saying like, oh, he's abusive. No, I'm saying terrible in the sense that it doesn't fit your wants and needs. It don't. She wants children and marriage. This man is essentially terrible because he doesn't fit that. He doesn't fit that narrative because he doesn't want that. So, essentially, she chose terrible men. She's attracted to terrible men. And that's what I mean when I say terrible. And that's the idiocy. That's the idioticness of women right there. And again, that is why I don't have sympathy or empathy for women when it comes to the dating market because of their insanity. What do you guys think?